Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inês, I'm a visual artist and illustrator, and in today's video I thought I would do something related with Harry Potter. So I really love Harry Potter, I read all the books, I've seen all the films, but the only thing that I haven't done until this year, like a few months ago, was to go to the Harry Potter studios here in London. So I finally got a friend to go with me, and it was honestly an amazing experience. I've seen the sets, the props, even the concept art, and honestly it was so magical and a dream come true, and I never got to share that with you guys. So the other day I was like, I really want to do a painting on Harry Potter style, like maybe Diagon Alley, the dragons. I really love that, and I haven't painted traditionally in a while, so I thought I would do a sketchbook study where I use acrylic gouaches, watercolors and watercolor pencils. So I thought I would basically join the two things together in a video for you guys. So first of all, I'm going to show you a little bit of my experience in the Harry Potter studios, and then the painting process in the second half of the video. So if you are interested to see my Harry Potter video, please keep watching. We started our journey by catching a train in Houston to Watford Junction, and from Watford Junction we got the Harry Potter Studios shuttle to the actual studios. We arrived to the scene, and honestly this dragon sculpture was one of my favorite things. I mean, look at the details, it's absolutely stunning. We arrived a bit early, so we treated ourselves with some sweets, and we also checked out the Minalima Studios exhibition. And at this point I was starting to get very excited because it was beginning. So it was absolutely unbelievable for me to get into the Great Hall. It was an amazing experience. I was having the best time. I took photos and videos of everything because honestly the exhibition was stunning, amazing. I loved it so much. It was such a nostalgic feeling that it gave me, even though I was never there before, but I think because I saw all the movies, it really felt very nostalgic to me. So we got into the Dumbledore office and the set was absolutely unbelievable. We saw a little bit of Hagrid's cabin, and all the props and everything. It was amazing to be part of it. It's like you really felt you were doing the films. We were giving a passport to stamp every step of the tour, and it was such a fun activity to do. I was just trying to do my best because we really have to make a lot of force. I did my best, but it ended up looking good anyways. Then we got to the Dark Forest. This was an amazing part of the tour as well, like very immersive. You really felt like you were getting into the Dark Forest. We say hello to Buckbeak, and also we get to Aragog's lair, so for everyone that doesn't like spiders, not the best thing. Then we got to platform 9 3/4, and I wish trains were still like this. Honestly, like, it's so beautiful and spacious and looks so comfortable as well. Then we were trying Buttery for the first time, which was an adventure. It felt a bit strange at first, then I kind of liked it, and then I had a second taste just to be sure. Then we got into Privet Drive, and I really loved how it was organized, and yeah. Honestly, I can say that I really loved all the tour. I think it was really well organized, really well planned. It really gives you a sense of nostalgia and it feels like you are inside of the films. So in that sense, it's so worth it. For any Harry Potter fan, it's absolutely worth it to come here. I totally forgot my earmuffs there, but I was loving every single moment of this, and this was totally a dream come true to me. I loved to see the prosthetics and sculptures of the films, and Gringotts, the Great Hall and Diagon Alley were probably my favorite places to see. It was so immersive, it looks so real, it's absolutely stunning. I loved this as well, it was very immersive. And from there we were entering Diagon Alley. You can walk through the street and see the little details of every single shop. It's so colorful, so beautiful. I loved every single bit of this. And then there was a part of the concept art, which I really love to see this section because I love concept art. I'm an artist myself, as you know, and it gives me so much inspiration to see other people's art displayed like that. And this was the last part of the tour. Seeing this amazing model of Hogwarts, it was absolutely incredible. And I was very sad it was over, but I had the most amazing time and I cannot wait to come back because every single time of the year everything can be different. So yeah, I cannot wait to come back. So after I came back from the visit, I did draw on my sketchbook a few sketches of the things that I liked the most. They are not great, it's just like a way of remembering the bits that I liked the most from this visit to the Harry Potter studios, and it was super nice. But this propelled me also to actually create a painting that I wanted to explore more, like using of gouaches, and just study a little bit more of like what Gringotts can be. So what I did first was to do a study on like a perspective on what I wanted. I know the reference I used is not from the Harry Potter studios, but from the Harry Potter world in Orlando, Florida. But since I liked the dragons so much, as well as Gringotts, I thought it would be like a really nice compilation of the two things that I possibly liked the most in this visit. So yeah, so I used a reference that I will put linked below. I ended up not choosing the first reference I sketched. I did like another reference that had a little bit more of buildings and stuff, but I basically just did a sketch first to prepare to use then a few acrylic gouaches. I don't think this Rendr sketchbook is probably the best to use watercolor and acrylic gouaches. It did the job, but I had to use a few things to keep the pages intact because they started rolling a little bit in the edges. But it did hold up the ink well, it didn't transfer, and it did the job. So I basically just created the sketch to have as a foundation, and looking back now, maybe I should have left it as a sketch, because this painting was a roller coaster, because it started well and then I did some shady choices in relates to the painting, a little bit bold. I think I figured it out in the end, but in the middle I really felt like giving up. But I think it's part of testing and studying, is just doing things that you might regret. But yeah, it was nice to have this experience. I haven't painted in a while, so I was a bit rusty and a bit afraid to do it, because like I've been doing digital painting for so long that you are used to be able to go back if you don't like it, and traditional painting is not like that. So right here is when I was like, oh, I don't think this was a good choice, but I might just, well, commit to this and use like a fiery orange as the sky. I don't really know what my thinking process was. I just wanted to add some color, and then I regretted it. And because as acrylic, sometimes you need to do more than one coat to look good, I had to do that because it was looking awful and I was regretting all my life choices at this point. But yeah, we just commit to it. It's like, it's a process, isn't it? So you just do it and paint over it, and eventually it can really go wrong, and then you learn from it. You will not do the same mistakes next time. Once I started doing a little bit of details, that started to look a little bit better. So I think sometimes you just have to give it time, because the first layers, they always look so awful. And here I was like, oh, actually, I kind of enjoy this shadows bit. I was also using the colored pencils, which helped a lot because they really defined the sketch. And even though I really like spontaneous kind of looking paintings, it's not my go-to normally. I really like to know what I'm doing, and a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing, so yeah, it's just interesting. And that building that I'm working on now is just like, oh, the perspective is off, everything is off. But I always felt when I was doing this, because I'm not very used to do architecture paintings, I was like, I might as well do Diagon Alley, because the buildings are off and crooked and not in the right perspective anyway. So I can get away with it by by doing the Diagon Alley, you know? So I think that saved a little bit of the painting. Yeah, this building was the bane of my existence during the painting of this. Oh, and this was the second mistake. It ended up being a good choice, but there I was like, I don't like it to be too orange. It doesn't look natural. So I was like, let's do that tapping technique. Does that exist? Maybe not. I just did it myself. And eventually I worked on it and layered a few colors and made it work. But oh my god, was I regretting all my life choices at this point. I was definitely regretting it. But see, like the magic of editing, you look a little bit better in the sky, so I was like, okay, this is a little bit promising. So next problem is this building. So I had a brilliant idea of painting this black, which I don't think it was the greatest idea at the time. I really wanted the main building to have a little bit more of an impact, but then painting this completely black was not the best idea. However, I did paint over it with a little bit of a brown, which did help a lot. And it was my idea in the first place. I just didn't know how well I would make it because I was not liking this bit at all. I do feel like I saved it in the end. There was so many points I wanted to give up on this painting. And with reason, to be honest, because at some points it did really look awful. But once I started adding a few more colors, depth and values, and here I did enjoy how I used the blue a little bit like an watercolor, even though it was a gouache, but leaving it a little bit looser in the painting. In the end, to be honest, I cannot complain too much. I think I saved it, but it definitely had an ugly stage, this painting, like a really ugly stage that I thought it could never recover from. I do think it looks okay now. I'm okay with it. I made my peace, but I hated it so much in the middle. But I ended up really liking it. In the end, I think the colors look nice. I like the details. So yeah, could it be better? Absolutely. But at the same time, I'm okay with it as well. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite part of this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!